And good morning. As we begin today, starting this Easter route with a severe thunderstorm warning, we've had several that we've been watching as it's made its way across the Carthage area into Neshoba County. Now Newton County getting involved in the thunderstorm warning that has been issued. Lauderdale and Kemper should be ready because it will reach you in a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull up radar so you can start seeing a look at what we see here. Now there's reports of numerous power outages already this morning. Now, I believe it's around 700 people in the Sebastopol area that took a hit a few moments ago and took out the power there. Now, as we look at Neshoba County, you can see it's extremely heavy there. I've got reports of golf ball size hail around Edinburgh just a little bit ago. It was reported, it was dime size hail there. Now, as we zoom in on this, let's start taking a look at locations. Now, we've got two different thunderstorm warnings as we begin this. Now, Newton County, be ready every time that we get these. Serious wind damage usually comes with this, and we're starting to see this in Newton County now. Let's look at this. We're going to look at this right on this line here. This cuts across to Decatur. Let's go on in and look at this as we look at this. Right in this area here is where we were showing some wind shear starting to develop right there. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds, we're going to call it. It's close to 70. It's ridiculous. 69. It's a 1-mile wide storm. Now, here's the watch box area that we've got. This is going to cut across downtown Decatur. This is, let's look at the road that this on. Right here is going to be Conahatta, due northeast of there. Let's zoom in on this, of where we're at. Here's Lutheran, and for some reason, let me get a... Let's go ahead and refresh this so this will give us the most accurate information that is possible as that updates quickly there. All right, let's go back to radar now where you can see this. All right, this is going to be on Poplar Road. Here's Hugh Hudnall Road. This is the area that we've got a lot of shear winds that are picking up that are associated with this storm. Again, here's Lutheran. Here it is right there as we watch this Poplar Road. As it comes across, this is Newton County. And let me check one other thing. I heard a beep. I want to make sure that we've got the latest information here. It's showing considerable wind with this, and that's the latest from the National Weather Service. They keep pointing out with this, and we're showing this right here on the screen here. So if you're in Neshoba County, be ready for the Newton County. Be ready for this. Let's turn this off, and let's look at the big picture now of what we've got going on for Newton County as this makes its way across here this morning. All right, considerable rain. It is pouring this started out here as it came across here in Leake County and made its way across Carthage and then into the Philadelphia area and right here at the county line. Now, I've spoken to several people right in here around the Sebastopol area that again were without power. But look at this. This is huge. Let's look at these roads here. If you live in the Dover community, I can't talk, can I? His Barfoot is supposed to be upon you. These roads here, here's Kitchener. And we follow this and we get a little bit closer in here. This is going to be County Road 210. Do you live there? County Road 109. As we look here at County Road 115. And look at the lightning that we're getting with this at 9:04, just a little bit ago. This one struck at 9:03. This was the leading edge of that storm as it came through. That was at 10 after, about 7 minutes ago. But all of this area, so if you live here at Barfoot, if you live somewhere on County Road 315, County Road 2210, this storm, the worst of it is right upon you. Look at this black that is included in this. That is pouring rain. And as we well know that this has got lots of wind involved with this. Now, as we look at Neshoba County, this thunderstorm will run out at 9:45. As we go to this one that is in Newton County, this will go until 10 o'clock. So two different ones there. Around the Walnut Grove area, we've got flood warnings that have been put in store. Now, as you look at this has stayed up there for quite a while. This is meaning we've got that shear wind. It's back down about 10 miles an hour. As we looked at it a moment ago, it was running roughly 69. It is back down to about 58 miles an hour. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you put this, of could this be serious damage, it's at a 3. But nonetheless, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. And let me be frank and clear with all of this. And when I show you these shear winds, it is never confirmed that it is on the ground. It means it is radar indicated that these winds can dip down quickly. As we saw this just the other night, right up here in the edge of northern Neshoba County, right here at the Winston County line, we had the same thing coming up, and we had lots of wind damage from there. As we well know, right here, we had power outages. And let's look at that of what we had there as we pull this up here, the outage map. We pull this up Central Electric and show you there, 690 right there at Sebastopol. So as that wind came across, that shows us just how bad of damage it is in that area there. As you zoom in on this, right there on Pine Grove Road, that area there, Thrash Road, all around Sebastopol. Just to the east is where we had that large wind come from, and something got took out. Whether it was a tree that hit a light pole, we don't know. But this is the early beginnings of that, and we do know that there is power outages with this. Let's go back to radar where you can see better again and be on top of this. And again, if you live in western Kemper County, western Lauderdale County, this will be coming near you in the next little bit as it slowly comes across and dumps all of this rain. I would probably even go to, as we mentioned earlier about the National Weather Service told us 2 to 3 inches. This area right here is dumping that now. All right, as we go to comments, what we're getting here, power out in Neshoba also, just a few miles from Sebastopol on 21 South. Thank you, Alec. Also, marble-sized hail in Dixon coming down. Carol Sloan, thank you. Watching from Collinsville. How are you? Lashana? I hope I said that right. Also, Kathy is telling us pea-sized hail in Philadelphia right now. Hickory right now at the moment is good. Will this come that way? It's a possibility. The line is going to be just above it, Hickory. Here's Hickory here. This is where the storm is supposed to go. As always, you'll probably get some rain, but you are not in the watch box of a severe thunderstorm warning. All right, I just got another beep. Let's see what that had to say. Thunderstorm warning, Neshoba County. Until 9:45, they were just reminding us about that. Severe thunderstorm warning for leak. All right, let's go back and look at this back on radar here. All right, let's go pull this up where you can see as I do. All right, we got more winds popping up here in Neshoba in Newton County. Y'all be on the lookout here. I want you to be well aware of this. As this shifts right here, all right, more and more, y'all see this popping up, don't you? This line has moved a little bit. Let's get into Newton County. If you're in Newton County, regardless whether there's a warning or not, I want you to, in these areas here along this line, be sort of in your safe place. Know where you're going to go because this is some winds that are associated with this. And again, with this being said, this area here that's showing all this wind is not under the severe thunderstorm warning, but regardless, we've got a lot of wind coming from. All right, let's look at this. Here's our box. Here's Decatur. Let's zoom in on this. This is 58-mile-an-hour shear winds, and let's look at the roads that these are in here. Here's Decatur. Let's go on out. This is going to be Dock Home Road, this area here, just east of Pine Bluff Road. Now this will come across and eventually make its way to Map Road. And again, that's 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. As we come up here, this is a pretty serious one here because we got 2 different cells here that are coming. Here's Conahatta. And again, this is where we've had all of this wind damage, and we're showing power outages. Hey, April, how are you doing? Let's look at this of what we've got. This is going to be Morrow Road. This is going to be Allgood Road. These areas here, anything that is east of here, this storm is moving across here. We're showing 68-mile-an-hour shear winds with this first line of this, and 68 with this one also. So this is what is tracking, what is knocking out power along those lines there. Again, those areas, if you're in here, let's turn these locations back on and get a little bit closer of what we've got. This will be right here is the Conahatta Post Office, as we had Sebastopol right through there. And this is in line with Sebastopol as it come across and knocked out power there with these sheer winds. Again, let me remind you, it doesn't mean that it's on the ground, but it's very capable of knocking down trees. If you're in a home in any of this watch box area, anywhere north of Newton County, you're at home, you're in a church, and a tree hangs over it, let's get away from that area in there, move to another portion of the house to where it doesn't hurt you. Limbs are dangerous. One of the most common reasons for deaths that are associated with thunderstorms and tornadoes are trees. They take out. Now let's look what we've got going on here in Neshoba County. This is horrific rain that is coming down. House, Mississippi, it is not on you yet, but this storm is headed your way, as well as northern Lauderdale County. As we look at this, as radar updates there. As we look here, it's just east of Walmart. It's right there, starting to break up as it goes across where the police station is downtown, headed toward Neshoba Central. Out here by Dollar General, Ford store on Highway 16. Y'all be ready. Rain is fast approaching you as we go south of town and we follow past the hospital there. And of course, you're going to have right over here the pawn shop. We go south of here. Highway 19 is going to be inundated with rain. We come down here at Tucker. Look at this, that stretch in between there. Now, as we go further south, this is going to be right here at Linwood Baptist Church. The rain south of Linwood is very, very heavy for our folks that are at church at Neshoba Baptist. All around that area, heavy, heavy rain. We move down south. Now, it is heavy, heavy at Union. Just out to the west of Union is the largest portion of this storm. Let's look at this northeastern corner, northern portion of the county. Y'all see this down here. We're watching an eye on this. Winds here, Turkey Creek, those areas there. Y'all be careful. Let's zoom in on what we've got here with this New Ireland, Barfoot area. Let's look at these roads here. This is where the eye of the storm is right now, dumping rain. Prospect, Cedar Lane. I want to say that's Dover Road, Cedar Lane Road, those areas there. Barfoot Road. As we go east of there, and this is going to be Melvin Leach Road. This storm is on you. New Ireland community. Now, this is coming directly toward the downtown area of Union. This is going to come in on West Jackson Road. All of this rain that is out here is coming there. It's that rain where you cannot see it, so heavy. Now, hang on here. Let me check this. I heard another beep, and I'm sure y'all heard that in the background. Let's see. Nothing important with that. All right, let's go back over to radar and pull this back up as we show this. Again, Newton County, southern Neshoba County getting the beating on this as it comes across. Now, as you'll see this storm here, this is the direction that it is headed. Let's go over a few of these areas here. As we look at Beulah, Rock Creek, Little Rock, y'all are going to have this storm in 13 minutes. Hubbard, we have it in 15. This will make it over to Duffy in 26 minutes, and it's Dead-Eye Jedi headed right there where Battlefield drag strip is. This will also take in the area around Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. And as you see, as it makes its way into Lauderdale County, it's going to be this northern portion, West Lauderdale area, Chet's, West Lauderdale High School, and over by the elementary. We'll watch this as it comes across. Now, this is another 34 minutes remaining on this. We've got roughly 19 minutes remaining on this in Neshoba County. All right, for a moment, it's showing that our winds have dropped back a little bit in this area here. We'll watch this all around Decatur, these areas this morning. Boy, it's been windy there. Let's look at this as we've got thunderstorm warnings, and we want to stay on top of this. And I know I want to switch back and forth. And let me see here, outages. Where EMEPA only has 5 people without power at this point, and that's going to be south of town. Just so you'll see what I'm seeing here. No power outages popping up there, but this is from the first storm that we had. So they've gotten just about everybody back on power. We go back up here as we look at this area here. Let me back this out. Central Electric, make sure that there's nothing new that's happened. All right, we've gotten a few more there. Sebastopol is Rose, this area here that is on that same line, 724, Carthage area and Kosciuszko, about 30 people there. Now, let's go to Newton County, and let me pull up. I have to hit another button to get it over here. It's going to be Southern Pine. Let's check Southern Pine and see what's going on there. At this point, as we look at this, let me pull this up so you can see this. It's all good there in Newton County. No reported power outages as of yet, which is great news as we look at this. So that area there all looks good. All right, let's go back to the map. Quit worrying about power for a second there and look at what we've got. This is our large map, and let's pull it up where you can see what's going on with this. I hate Easter storms, and this is not the end of this today. This is the early edge here in the morning. We're going to have more this afternoon. Our timeline is this afternoon, 1 to 9 for the worst of there. Henry Burton tells us, hail in Decatur now. Y'all be careful there. Downtown Decatur, Bree says it's pouring there, and we see that here on the map right there as it comes in. All right, let's see here. I'm looking at 9:20. Let's do a hard upbeat reboot here as we watch this. Now, these storms, and Decatur is getting it, and it's a little bit heavier now just north of Decatur. Y'all are getting pounded there, but just a little north of there. A little bit worse there as we look at this. Let's look at our roads. The intensity of this is pretty rough there. Again, this is going to be at Duffy in 26 minutes. No change on that same pattern there as it comes across. Let's turn on our location so you can know where you are in relation to all this. All right, this is the downtown area of Union getting pounded. We've got rain, heavy rain already showing up at Little Rock back west, and the leading edge of this storm back over in this area here. Let's zoom in on here and get us some roads, some points of interest there. Starts at Bill Willis Road, and this is going to come across as you look at this Spring Hill Road. That is going to be Pickney Church Road, heavy there. And the eye of this thing is right in that area there. Look at the lightning that we're getting with this. It's a lot. Now we've got Rock Branch, that area there. The storm sitting the leading edge of this. And let's zoom in a little bit closer there. This is Matthew Road, and it's sitting on top of Rock Branch Road. This is the front of the storm that is moving due east. And again, it's that same path. Now, as you look at this, and let me show you here, and it shows that within 30 minutes, here's the outer edge of this storm. It's going to be at the Piggly Wiggly right there in Church Road in Collinsville. As we'll look right there, it's going to be coming into Chamberville. If you live in that area there in 30 minutes, this storm will be on top of you. Now, do we know if this will continue as a severe thunderstorm? No, we'll have to watch and see what the National Weather Service tells us here. Let's look at this right here at Decatur where y'all are getting this rain here. This is that edge that come through Decatur here, and this is going to be headed in its direction directly across Okeechobee is where this is headed. This will reach Duffy within 13 minutes, the second side of this. Chamberville, you'll get the storm in 19 minutes. In Collinsville, it will be there in 22 minutes. Sicolina within 23 minutes. And Hookston within 27. So this is headed toward Highway 19, all of this area here. Again, these are not, I don't want to stretch anything. These are thunderstorm warnings is what we've got. With this, and again, as we've said with this, as I've watched this storm, one of the main factors with this storm today is going to be hail and also wind. And we've gotten both of those this morning. We've our shear winds have backed off, thank goodness. But look at this here, from Edinburgh down to the Neshoba County Fairgrounds and the Dixon community. Look at the hail that has come across with this. It's been a lot of it. Glancing back here. Seeing if we had any more reports of hail in the area. Linda Culpepper watching us north of Alabama, hail in Union. JT, how are you today? It is north of Newton. Katie Carson asked that. It is due north of Newton. Here's downtown Newton. This is Highway 15 right here. And when you get to Decatur there at East Central Community College is where you would get into the rain and everything. Pea-size hail came through that area there in Decatur, lightning bad in Hickory. And I've even heard it over here in this West Lauderdale area, the thunder coming from this. Now, what I can say as we look at this is we start to notice that some of the color of this has backed down a little bit, not as bad as it was. Again, this Newton area and south of here, all okay. Let's turn this off and let me turn my locations off, and let's turn this radar off for just a second, and let's look at the hail. Look at all this area here. All of this black, that is hail. This stretch, and as you see, it's making its way across. This is damaging things. I hope you got your cars put up. Make sure your pets are covered. Hail does not feel good. This is a bad time to run out and try to take care of things. If you live on this east side, as we see this hail coming of this storm, if you've got something you want to move real quick, you got time to do that here at the county lines. But watch your pets. That's one of the things that are just not spoken of very much there. And as we look at this Stratton area, look at all of that hail that came down with this. And that was this darker area was the worst of this. Going back over here. All right, let's show our locations, and this gives you a little bit. Right there is Union, the city limits. This is going to be the four-way out here where the Dollar General is. And then this would take you right on in across here. And it looks like we haven't extended that yet. It's moved a little bit east of that. All right, let's turn radar back on now. All right, I heard another beep. Let me check that to make sure we don't have something new. Newton, Mississippi, severe thunderstorm warning. We knew that. 1.25-inch hail. So it's a pretty good size hail that is being reported. This is as we just looked at that. Let me pull this up of what they're saying there. Yeah. No difference in what we already knew. All right, let's go back to radar. So you can be cued in where you know where you are. All right, the leading edge of this storm. Duffy, y'all be ready. This is headed for y'all. We look at this right here. This is at Little Rock. The leading edge of the storm has reached Little Rock. It will be, as we said, is there now. It will be at Duffy in 13 minutes, Chamberville within 21 minutes. The Martin community will have the storm in 23 minutes, and Sicolina will have it roughly a half an hour in 26 minutes. We are showing some signs of this weakening a little bit as it's made its way across the Carthage area, back here across Leake County, Neshoba County. Winston County had a pretty good storm that rolled through there earlier also. Let's just back out and look at this. As we look at Winston County, there's no warnings, but we do show here right around there, around Nanawaya pit stop, a lot of rain. As we glance at our friends here in the Macon area, just south of there at Sugarlock, Noxubee County, heavy rains there down into Kemper County, just north of Scuba Tech. But what we've got is all this area here that's going to be making its way here in Kemper County, the western side. Y'all be ready for this. We're showing showers now, pretty heavy there at Bogachita, there at the elementary school, just south of where we've got the Indian Mounds here at the Neshoba, Winston County line. And the further south you go, the heavier the rain gets. Now, as we go to this, heavy rain's coming up on House, Mississippi, and Tucker there. But this is the worst of the worst. The further south you go, the heavier it gets into Newton County as we see this. Let's go in here. This is following. If you live anywhere, Highway 15, just due north of Decatur is where the worst of this is. Now, the watch box, the southern portion as it comes across here is just south or just due east of Union. You're still in Union under a severe thunderstorm warning from this one that's in Neshoba County. There's actually two that's kind of crossing this. All right, I just got a text from the radar that says hail is approaching the Little Rock post office area. So if you live anywhere near there, right there, you got hail approaching. It is coming as we look at this. Now, the storm, Collinsville, 22 minutes, it will be there. And as we look at this fan, this is that 30-minute era here. This will be right on top of the reservoir within 30 minutes as we watch it come across there. This will come due east across Duffy, right through the middle of Collinsville, taking in most of Highway 19. Now, again, this is going to be north. This is where the Sicolina Fire Department is right here. It's just going to be just north of there. This road that comes across, that's going to be Allen Swamp Road. It's where this comes across into Lauderdale County. Due eastward, we watch all of this now. Heavy storms. And I know there's a lot of people at church at this point who've gone to early services who are there. I was going to run late. I think I'm going to be extremely late for church. I think they'll forgive me on this though as we watch this. All right, let's turn off our locations and look at this. We still got heavy rains there as we look back over to Leake County, but no warnings finally. It's still pouring. A lot of rain associated with this. And again, this is going to be another round of this stuff coming this afternoon. We watched this from the National Weather Service of what all they've told us. All right, let's go back in. This is going to be just north of Chunky. I've had a lot of questions about this area here. Again, the area is south of I-20 at this point, all good. We're looking at a line north of I-20 as well as it comes into Lauderdale County. That's the way it's going to be. All right, let's look and see what kind of comments that we've got here. Heavy rain in Little Rock and the house Heather says. Heather says. I said that a little wrong, didn't we? Small hailstorm just rolled through the Decatur area, Linda Gentry says. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate you. Heavy rain, Lee Buffington tells us. Hail in Beulah Hubbard. We're getting a lot there. Heavy rain in Little Rock house area. Carol Morgan, hail in Little Rock. Also, Melinda, she got a lot of hail there. Stratton got the worst of it, Thomas said. Hail in Union, Angie McCorkle, thank you there. Little Rock, Melinda Rucker tells us, hail. Y'all are getting it there. Glancing up here, pouring rain in Decatur. How are you, April? Let's see here. Now, what I can tell you is that these winds that we had earlier have lightened up a little bit. Hail popping up there in the Little Rock house area there. Heather Skinner says, hail in Union, Sue Grace. Joey Burt, how are you doing there? All right, let's go back in and look at this. It is moving easterly, as you can tell. The darker colors where the hail was, is starting, that black area is starting to lighten up, so that's good news. Still do damage, but not as bad as it was just a little bit ago. All right, this is right at the Lauderdale County line at this point. We'll be watching this to see if the National Weather Service extends this or not. This is going until 10 o'clock here in Newton County. This is going to expire in roughly 7 minutes here in Neshoba County. These areas here, and let's go back in and look at where we've got. All right, this is just east of Philadelphia. This is Highway 16 area, and all the way up here to the Bogachita area, right in the curve there where the elementary school is, Bogachita Elementary. I got to watch myself. I say that too fast, I'll say it wrong. We're still showing lightning popping in these areas here as it comes down south. And as we look at that area, and let's look at this on Highway 16 of what we got, and then we're going to move south to look at this. Right here, Fortsdale, heavy rain. But as we come down and we follow 491, this is going to be going out where Mars Hill United Methodist Church is. County Road 729 as it makes its way through there. We will join back into 491. The heavy rain has moved east of Ocala. These areas south of Highway 16 there, County Road 739, 737. As we go south, this is going to be the Kemper County line as it's starting to move in there. Here's Deweese. As we move down, let's look at a couple of these roads here. This is going to be County Road 2450. Anybody live in that area? Here's Tucker. It's moved east of there. This is Besadia. Now it is east of Besadia. Still a little bit there on 19, but all around House. If you're anywhere there around Talbert Enterprises, down through there on 491 where it joins 491 right here, the rain is right on top of that. Moving east toward Kemper. Again, a lot of lightning as we look at this. 9:37, that was 3 minutes ago. And these are lightning strikes that are to the ground. These are not in the air. They actually struck something as we watch this. Hail in Little Rock, Tracy May says. Watching from Pine Springs, getting dark and thundering here in Lauderdale County. Anthony and Beth Dorman were telling us that, and it is. And that's not that far from this storm. Highway 19, once you come out of Collinsville and you come right there where the county line sign is, where you turn right here to get on 491, it's going to be bleak for the next few miles. If you're traveling, stop at that four-way stop in Collinsville. Let the storm go. Wait here at the store. Pull in the parking lot. Let it go by. It's not on you yet, but it is coming. Now, as we move southward, look at all this rain here. Most of it now east of Union. If you're going to be traveling from House, back road all the way to Union there, treacherous, two-lane road. The heaviest of rain that we've got. Decatur, y'all are still getting a lot of rain. I see that. Denise says starting to get that thunder there in Collinsville, 494, raining hard and thundering. I see that. Now, let's look at where our worst of the worst is here. Right there is going to be sitting the Little Rock Post Office just to the west of you. This is Rock Branch. This is Willoughby, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We move south of there in these areas there, the Rock Branch Road, Deweese Road, all of that. Look at that rain that is there. Where this forks over to Little Rock Decatur Road, where this little meeting place is, where Deweese and Rock Branch all meet. That's where the eye of that is. Now, Midway Beulah Hubbard Road, y'all have got rain on it, but it's a little bit heavier coming towards you also. I want you to know that. And tons of lightning strikes to the ground through here. Now, and I want to remind you, and I've seen the pictures, and we're going to talk to her, and I don't want to share pictures without her knowledge of the young lady that was struck in House. It is really, really something to look at. Don't stand outside. And how she got hit, she was in the yard, and a tree was hit, and the lightning traveled down the tree, across the yard, and went up through her feet, through her whole body, and then exited her head. It's a miracle that she can walk and talk and even think. She's alive. But burn marks all up her legs. Her chest area is blisters. And I hate to tell her that's going to get worse before it gets better. But it's scary. Respect lightning. And it did. If it enters you, it has to come out. And I say that to be careful around lightning. Don't be outside. And that was just a freak thing. It really wasn't that bad of weather in House the other day. It was all north of there, and a lightning bolt struck her. has to be one of the most scariest things that you've ever encountered in your life. All right, this is almost on top of the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. It is headed directly in that direction if you're watching there. Angie Smith, how are you? Watching us there from Damascus. As you see here, the storm right here, let's look at this. This is going to be at Duffy within 5 minutes. So if you're at Duffy and you're not wet yet, it's raining there, but the worst of the storm will be there in 5 minutes. Behind this, Chamberville, you'll have the storm in 13 minutes. Pine Springs in 24 minutes. Shucktown, also 24 minutes. And then the Obadiah area. And this is going to be right over here. When I say Obadiah, I'm talking about the huge telephone company building. Y'all know right there in the curve, the old building. That is where that it is headed to. This storm is now right up on Battlefield as it comes across. Headed in the direct direction of the four-way stop there in Collinsville. It's going to be a lot of rain move through there. Let me double check this. I hadn't heard anything, but I want to make sure we hadn't had no new updates so far from the National Weather Service as we look at this. It's just kind of letting it take its course across there. All right. Watching from Kemper. How are you doing? Jessica Davis. It was very. We were talking about the lightning strike there. That scary, scary, scary. Lots of lightning, Scooter McGee says, right there at the Kemper County line. And it is. Y'all, let me pull this up here. I wasn't looking at that. This is the Kemper County line. We're starting to see some right here at the Kemper line on 16. Y'all see that? It's going to be southward now. This Damascus area down here where the fire department is and the coal plant, this is coming right across in that area. It'll be there in a minute. Still stretching here from the Dollar General. If you're going to be cutting across here, here's Union. If you're making your way to House, to Union, 494 in those areas, heavy, heavy rain. Be careful. All right, we've got the heaviest of rain. And we show this now, heavy rain around Lazy Boy. Starting to show some light showers there in the downtown Newton area, right there at Walmart. You go north of there where that Lazy Boy plant is north of town, it's heavier. By the time you get just a few miles, here's Turkey Creek, here's Pine Bluff. By the time you get almost into Decatur, the rain is going to intensify. Let's look at this here. This picks up right there, Lewis Road, as you make Country Club Road. That's where the heavier activity begins. Here's the school, Newton County High. And by the time you reach downtown Decatur, it's heavy. And then we move east of town. The worst of the storm has passed Decatur. Is coming up on the Good Hope community. Y'all got a lot of rain in your future in Good Hope. Center Ridge, y'all look out. And let's look at this right here. Here's another little sail of this coming across right here at Hickory Little Rock Road, where this joins in to, it's Hickory, and that's going to be Oakland Church area. So if you're at Oakland Church, it's all around you, this heavy rain. It's going to pass over you in just a few moments. You know how when the choir sings and it's heavy, you can't hear them sing? Yeah, that's what's coming. The Watch Box area, just north of Lazy Acres Christmas Tree Farm. All right, as radar updates as we see this now here, we've got that heavy rain in Lauderdale County now. Let's do a hard update. Let me refresh this screen. And let's look at all of this. Let's turn this off. All right. As we show that showers now have reached 494 there where Freeman Tractor is. It's right up on that, making its way toward Highway 19. We've already got heavy rain now at Rock Hill Church. This is the western side of Lauderdale County. Again, there's no warning for Lauderdale County. Not now, anyway. We'll see what the National Weather Service does here in a moment. We've got a lot of lightning with this storm as it starts to move in. This is just a few miles. Let's look here on 19. Here's Chamberville. The rain is just to the west of you, probably already sprinkling there. The heavy stuff is not there yet. We go back over here to Little Rock. It is pouring. All right, I'm betting this is Lauderdale County we just got. Let me pull this up and take a look here what we just got here. Thunderstorm. Yeah, this is going to be Lauderdale County is what we're getting here. All right. So, as we say, welcome to the party here. Let's go here and let's refresh all of this and get the latest information as it comes in. And it is Lauderdale County as we expected all along. All right, Lauderdale County now under this, and taking in a big portion of the county here. Lauderdale County will have this thunderstorm warning until 11 o'clock. So they're giving this one a long time. This is a very, very slow-moving storm, putting an hour and 10 minutes on this storm. That's a long time. All right. Let's look at everything. Let's tell us what the National Weather Service said here. All right, there's radar, and let's see what the National Weather Service said about this. A few moments ago, the National Weather Service radar indicated near Sicolina, thunderstorm, 11 miles west of Meridian, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. With this, has 60-mile-an-hour gust and quarter-size hail. Radar indicated hail damage to vehicles expected. So if you're in that western Lauderdale County, I'll be putting up those cars. It is coming there. Expect wind damage to roofs, sidings, and trees with this storm. This is going to be near Meehan, Sicolina within, it's there now. As we look at Meridian, Nellyburg around 9:55, Marion and Savoy around 10:05. Zero community will have this at about 10 after, and then on through the southeast area about 20 after as it goes across the county. We have not seen this thing move quick at all. It's been a slow-moving storm. All right. Here's what we're looking at. Chamberville, this will be on top of you within 6 minutes, and we're picking up some winds, if y'all see that. Mosley in 10 minutes. Pine Springs, 17 minutes. Bailey area within 23 minutes. Let's zoom in on this. This is areas of concern we want you to watch here. This is going to be above Newton, shear winds with this. And again, it's right outside of the watch box. That doesn't stop Mother Nature from doing what she wants. Let's zoom in on this and get our locations of what we want to watch at. Or watch. Sometimes get a little tongue twisted. Right here is the cemetery on I-20. We go due north of there. And let's look at these roads here. We're pulling 58-mile-an-hour shear winds with this. If you live in the area of Sand Springs Church Road, McCall Drive, A.C. Thompson Road. This is also Ludlow Road, if I pronounced that correctly. And this is going to cut across here as you look at this lightning popping with this. Look at that. That's a pretty serious matter as we look at this. Now, again, this is radar indicated. And I want to be clear about that. It means that the options that this could happen, that these shear winds can dip down and do damage at any time. Nearly every time that we've ever had this on radar pop up, we do have power outages in those areas. I want to be very clear about it. It's radar indicated. But for your safety, we take these very serious. What that means is roof damage, hail damage. It means trees. If you're in an area anywhere here north of I-20 in Newton County, right here on the Lauderdale County line, on the West County line, if you got trees overhanging your home, I cannot urge you enough to get away from those rooms and get to another portion of your house. We don't want you hurt, limbs fall. They're very dangerous. Again, these are thunderstorm warnings that we've got today. They are not tornado warnings, but all along we have stressed, and I want to go back over that again, heavy, heavy winds with this storm, and we've got those right now. We watch this right here now, y'all, east of 15 here. Those areas there, y'all watch it there. If you get off on that exit there at Decatur and you take that shortcut from Rose Mobile Homes up to Decatur, be careful. This is going to be crossing that area any minute now. All right, let's go into eastern Decatur. Look how rough that looks. It's made its way out of Little Rock. We're right here at the county line now. This is going to be crossing. It's coming up on 494 here, Chamberville. We look here. All right, Chamberville, you'll have this storm in 6 minutes. The Mosley area within 10 minutes. Sicolina within 10 minutes, and that's right at 10 a.m. Obadiah will get this storm within 24 minutes. All right, here's what we're looking at. We're going to do another hard reboot. I like to stay as fresh as we can on things. Sometimes something can happen in a 30-second period that I didn't see. And we're still showing those shear winds back here in Newton County. All right, as you see this, of what this storm is going to do, again, this is till 11 o'clock. For most of Lauderdale County. It's covering a large portion of Lauderdale County. This is coming up on Highway 19 now as we speak. Anywhere there from the Piggly Wiggly south. All right, Let me see here what we've got mentioned down here. Any more thing? Heavy rain in Sicolina now. Flooding in Shucktown. Heavy rain in Meehan and Thunder. Let's see here. Pitch dark outside the First Baptist Church there in Collinsville. Be careful in that. If you're at the church there, it's going to be heavy, heavy rain here in a moment. Highland Avenue here in Meridian. Rain has reached there. Heavy rain and thunder and dark Sicolina there. And it's going to be right up there. Right there is where it is. That's where they're talking about. Lightning. Getting a lot of comments on that. Light rain at Battlefield. That was about 5 minutes ago. Battlefield got some rain there. Chunky. Anything for Newton? Everything's you got is to the east of Newton now. We do here. Let's look at this again as we do this. We're still showing these heavy winds here, 58 mile an hour shear winds in this area here as this thing comes across, as it updates through here. So a lot of wind involved with this. All right, and it just keeps popping in and out right in here. So anything north of I-20, I want y'all to, in Newton County, all the way into Lauderdale County, northward of I-20, y'all be prepared for some heavy, heavy winds that are associated with this. Now, I haven't gotten more of these popped up on radar, but they're there. This can cause, if you've got a shed, it will do definitely damage to roofs and shingles and things of that nature as this storm comes across. All right, let's zoom in a little bit closer here and take a look at what we've got here. Radar updated 9:54. That's the latest. Bailey area will have this in 20 minutes. It will be in Marion in 30 minutes. As we look at the Mosley and Sicolina area, within 5 minutes, it's going to be on you. All right, let's look at where the storm actually is at this point. Let me close this. This is Dead-Eye Jedi. If you live over near Northeast High School, that's where that is. The storm is headed directly across the pine trees toward Northeast High School area there. If you live in the Briarwood area there, 30 minutes from now, that's where it'll be. Let's look where the storm is right now. All right, here's Sicolina, and we look right here at Sicolina where the ball field is. Heavy rain there. We want to remind everybody out at Freeman Tractor there. We got some, if you live within a mile either side of Freeman Tractor, y'all be ready. Cole, button down the hatches there because it is coming directly across y'all's pond in your front yard as it comes across there. We look at Hookston. It will be there in 11 minutes. And this is where the storm is. We look at this. This is on Sicolina Road right now, and I can hear it cutting up outside where I'm at now. Again, thunderstorm warning. I don't want to make anybody mistakenly understand what I'm talking about. This is not a tornado warning. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, but still heavy winds associated with this as it comes across. We got heavy rains all around the Collinsville area at this point as we look at lightning strikes that have happened. And you zoom in on this. This is going to be Maiden Road right here. This is old Highway 19 South. This is Wilsondale Road. Right off of Madden Road out in the pine trees there, we got a lightning strike there just a few moments ago. This is Church Road on the backside of the Highway 19. It's coming across. It is approaching the reservoir as we look at this. Here she comes, as we say. The West Lauderdale area there at the high school starting to see some rain. Still some heavy rain here right off to the west of 19 into the county. We're starting to see a break back over here, Decatur. Y'all are finally getting out of all of this. The winds have lightened up. We got heavy rains now coming into the Hickory area. Y'all are not under a thunderstorm warning at Hickory or Chunky, but still heavy rain. This is starting to make it, and this will be at the Meridian Airport probably within the next 10 minutes. I want y'all to know exactly what's going on with that. Let's see here. Preston watching us there, starting back up in the house community, getting some rain there. All right. As we look at house there. Now, we've got storms. Let me turn this off. Let's look at the big picture of what is happening here. Here's where our two thunderstorm warnings are. Heavy rains moving out of Carthage, western side of Highway 16, Philadelphia. Y'all have got another round of rain, heavy rain coming here in the next few moments. This is our area of concern. Let's look at the entire state right now. We got fog still down here. Tuscaloosa's fixing to get ready to get some more rain, and we'll have storms developing throughout the afternoon, is what the National Weather Service tells us. So y'all be prepared with this. The thunder rolls, as Garth would say. I hear it loud back there. All right, here's our leading edge of the storm. All right, getting reports from Sheriff Eric Clark. As we go to Neshoba County, we're getting reports of trees down and power lines down in southern Neshoba County, just south of Dixon on County Road 210. That goes from Union to Madden around Leak Academy. So, y'all, as we looked at those winds there, appreciate it, Eric, for passing that along to us there. As the sheriff's report some power lines down. This is a strong storm as we look at Neshoba County. And this is that area there. And for the guys that are going to be trying to restore power, it's raining on them. It's pretty rough in those areas there. So we've got damage reports of thunderstorm activity in Neshoba County. And again, this is the southern portion of Neshoba County down here. All right, this storm it has moved southeasterly is how it has moved across here. And this is where we are now. So the same storm that caused damage there could very easily cause damage here. Now let me check here. Let's just be on the safe side and go over a few more areas here. Let me refresh some areas here and just check for more power outages. One more person in Lauderdale County without power. Let's check Neshoba County. They got a large portion of, let me show you this, of what we've got here. They've got a large portion around the Union area there, back up there, down to 100. As you back out there, 146 people, where it was a larger number just a little bit ago. As you move over here in this area here, Eureka, a lot of power out of Conehatta area, Little Rock. Right in here is what the sheriff's talking about. 56, we got power and trees down in this area. Here's Madden, as we talked about this area here that took a hit just a little bit ago with storm damage. All right, let's go back now and look at radar. Let's watch what's happening now. We want y'all to be on top of this, to know what's happening. All right, the area, they have just now canceled Newton County. Newton County is now out of a severe thunderstorm warning. That is good news. It's all moving into Lauderdale County now, so if you're watching me from Lauderdale County, the storm is upon you. Let me double-check one more thing and make sure of what the National Weather Service is clicking out. Let's see here. Collinsville. We've got hail observed in Collinsville. Reports of half-dollar size hail. Let's see, in Newton County. $50. That's pretty big that rolled through there. And then as the National Weather Service tells us, severe storms are possible throughout the rest of the afternoon is what I was reading there. All right, let's go back over here, radar. Y'all are worried. I have to check that because we don't want anything to come in that you don't know about. Again, live, there's no other way to do this. The rest of my team are out and about at church this morning. I missed out on that do my backup for me here. All right, let's look at this. Highway 19. This is going to be western Lauderdale County. We still got a lot of rain in the eastern side of Newton County. Western Neshoba County, a lot of rain here. This is moving across I-20. If you are downtown Meridian and thinking you need to go to Newton, wait. Pull into the parking lot of a grocery store, whatever you got to do. Stop somewhere. Don't go anywhere, especially if you're going to be traveling Highway 19. This does go to Tulane at House, Mississippi. Just stay off the road for a little while. This is a serious storm as it makes its way across. Let's look at this. Let's go into where? Bailey. The storm is going to be on you in 15 minutes. The head of the storm will cross Pine Springs Road within 9 minutes. Sicolina, it's there now. This will make its way, again, as I mentioned a while ago, will cross over to Northeast High School and come right out at the Cotton Gin on Highway 45 is where this is headed. This will just follow right around Cotton Gin Road, that subdivision there. Y'all are within 30 minutes. This fan is the direction of this centralized storm here. As you look at this, doesn't mean that it's not going to rain up here at North Lauderdale Water Association or out here as it makes its way toward NAS Meridian. The storm is coming. The eye of this thing that is the worst of the worst is cutting across right here. Let's zoom in on this. Right here at Owls. This is going to take in that portion just barely, and this is how weird it works here. Here's it's going to be rain there, don't get me wrong, but you've got the Rock House, and then where the back porch will be included with this with Owls. Right across there, taking in where the country store is, where it comes in from the highway there, from Highway 19. Chandler Road is what I was trying to get out of my mouth as it comes across there. Now, this is approaching 493 right here, this rain here. Rain is right on top of Northcrest Baptist Church now. But if you'll look back with this, it's more and more heavy rain. Let's check hail again for Lauderdale County and see what we've got showing up. And it is in here. Look at the worst of this that crossed through there. Now we've got this hail moving in here in Collinsville. We got it in the western side, Duffy, right there. Y'all got it there, Duffy, Meehan, right on top of the volunteer fire department. This will go all the way down to Stuckey's Bridge. This is going to be Dunn's Fall. And Clarkdale School will be also involved in this. This is right there at the county line as it makes its way across here. We got lightning strike. The hail is right up on Highway 19, making its way across there. So if you are east of Highway 19 over here, anywhere near Lamar School, Marion, it's not there yet, but the hail is slowly coming across the county. We want you to be aware of that. The airport hadn't made it there yet, but right here at the jail, we've got it there at Lost Gap. Now, as we show this, Meridian, downtown, the hospital area will have this storm within 12 minutes. You will have this within 17 minutes at Bonita, Marion, 21 minutes. And then out to the Russell area, out in that area, we'll have this in about a half an hour. All right, let's back out. And again, if you're looking at this and just tuning in, this purple is hail. Let's go back in and look at our radar. And it is, look right here at the church, Rock Hill Church, pouring rain on y'all. As we look at Chunky, downtown Chunky, my words, y'all are getting wet. Now, this is going to come out, all of this damage that we've got here, all these homes here. I certainly hope you've had time to put something over your exposed roofs because you've got just a few moments to get something covered up if it does not need to get wet. As we go out here where Greg's is, where the fireworks are, as you come across and you make your way out here to Zero Community, Long Creek Volunteer Fire Department. Right there is where Long Creek Volunteer Fire Department sits, in Crescent Lake area. Anywhere in there, as you come on out here to Southeast School, you get out, and I know Rodney and them have damage, and they had to cancel because of the weather this weekend. But rain is approaching. It's going to be making its way across the county there. Now, our area is concerned, Highway 19. Heavy rain. On top of, right now, we've had a lot of lightning strikes. Let's zoom here right at West Lauderdale School in that area. Does anybody live in that area that is watching today? It's a lot of lightning there that struck about 10 minutes ago. We had another lightning strike 5 minutes ago right there at West Lauderdale School. We had a huge lightning strike here 60 seconds ago, and this is Pine Springs Road. This is where the storm is coming across. And let's look at this. This is going to be Ernest White Road. This is Dabbs Road, this little dirt road here. In between there, here's Fellowship Road. And again, this is going to be across the pastures there as it makes its way toward King Road. But lightning strikes in there. Here is the lake, Oak Tibby. This is going to be the Piggly Wiggly. This is that area across there. As you see here, the rain making its way toward 39. Not there yet. We're starting to see rain in Obadiah. Hadn't quite made it. It has, as radar updates right there at North Lauderdale Water Association. Now, this area back to the west side here, kind of clear right there at Battlefield. Chamberfield looking better. The eye of the storm has passed you. Still rain there. It picks up heavy right here on Highway 19. Sicolina still getting it. All this area past Walmart to Meridian Community College. Now, here's the airport. Look at this heavy rain that has come into the county. We get right here to Lost Gap, Old Highway 80. This is headed directly, if you were to look at the big picture, the storm that is coming along I-20 here. Let's look at this. This is going to cut right across Meridian Community College. It will go just north of the hospitals and then make its way right across where the Coca-Cola plant is here. Here's the MEPA offices and the Toyota dealership right along there. It's going to cut across there to O'Neill, right across through there. All right, let's back out here. All right, as we got a refresh on that, let's go up 19 and look at this. This is crossing right here. This is going to be Chandler Road. This is going to cross right across where those ponds are. Y'all know where I'm talking about there on Chandler Road. As we look at this, it's headed toward the Topton area, Russell area, and across Marion. Let's look at the line of travel that this will do. The eye of the storm will be right at Northcrest Baptist Church here in just a few. So if you're inside Northcrest watching this, monitoring the weather for everybody there as church service is going on, y'all be ready. The worst is yet to come across there at the big church as we look at this. This will cut across Meridian High School, these areas here. This is going to be the four-way or the red light at North Hills. This will come across. We're starting to see rain there at the four-way stop. Here's Lamar School. This is going to be the interstate right past where we got Lockheed, where you get on the interstate to come into town. Headed directly for that area there. Let's look here what we've got here. 41st Street. Here's Meridian High. You come up here past Meridian High. Right through there is where this is headed. Let's look at the big picture here where everybody can see. All right, we're still getting, let's see here, Northcrest, full house at Northcrest. Y'all just monitor the weather because it is coming that way. South of I-20, heavy rain on Dr. Brock Road, Carolyn Hodge says. Yeah, it is. Lights flickering on Hopewell Road. Pouring on State Boulevard Extension in between there and Highway and 19. I used to live there on State Boulevard Extension. So that's pouring there. And that's going to be right in that area right there. Past Owl's Garden and guess where Twin States is, that area there. But I want you to notice here out at Meehan, look at that rain that is there. This is going to make its way directly across the county. The heart of Meridian is where it's going. Now, we're starting to show showers have reached the Evangel Temple. Nothing bad there yet, but y'all are getting rain. If you're trying to get to your car to inside, you're going to get a little damp, but not as wet as if you wait another 10 minutes. The airport, y'all be prepared for that. The structural steel area, this is going to come right across there. As we got rain approaching Plant Sweat, if you were to get on Arundel and get in here as we follow this road all the way up to Clarkdale community, rain is coming near y'all. Hadn't reached Clarkdale yet. Here's the high school, the Superette, and all this area, Mitcham Bottom Road, where we had all of that damage. All right. Radar just texted me. Weird how your radar can text you. Kind of weird. We've got hail approaching Rush Hospital. So anybody that is on the 14th Street area, I highly suggest have your car in the parking garage. Hail is coming that direction here in just a moment. All right, let me do this. Let me turn this back on. Let me check what is coming in. Reports of hail came in from golf ball size hail in Newton. That's what we got there in the Decatur area. That's been officially reported to the National Weather Service. Conahatta Road. All right, and they had pictures to back all of that up. Let's see, the Stratton area in Newton County, reports of golf ball size hail was there also. And this is what is coming across Lauderdale County. All of this west of us, and it took them just a little bit to get it uploaded as it was reported to the National Weather Service. Hail observed in Collinsville, as we reported that. Y'all have told me that time and time again there. All right, let's go back to radar where you can see what I see. It sort of tells it all there. All right, Kimberly, how are you? Enterprise watching. Leslie Smith, thank you there. Holding on Pine Springs Road. Hang in there, Carlin. It's going to be there. Savoy watching. Raining hard in Marion now. Thunder in Long Creek Road. Dalewood getting that thunder now. Power out on Road 717 in House. Pouring rain and lightning in the Causeyville area. Lightning popping hard in Bailey at North Lauderdale Water Association. Y'all be careful there, Nathan. There. South of I-20, heavy rain on Dr. Brock Road. All right. And again, if you're watching, you've got a report for us what's going on in your area, please pass that along. Inbox us. We'll get those pictures up as quickly as we can. All right. If you are out here by the Evangel Temple, y'all be ready. This is going to be coming your way here in just a moment as we get the latest radar update. The severity of this storm is going to be cutting right across there, 11 and 80, headed toward 45, and we'll go just north of Southeast School. So as we look at this now, that's going to cut right across the parking lot through here. As we see different areas of this storm trying to change its direction. But right there, it will be at you in just a few moments at the Evangel Temple. Y'all be ready. We got heavy rain all across downtown Meridian. And let's follow this from north to south. starting at the Samdale Monument. Now, we've got heavy rains starting right there at New Hope Volunteer Fire Department, Kemper. Now, Kemper does not have a severe thunderstorm warning, but as we look here at the power plant, if you're going to be traveling 493 heavy rain, we go over here to Blackwater Baptist, rain there. And by the time you get to the Samdale Monument, pouring. As you come down 495, Arkadelphia Baptist Church, pouring rain on y'all. This should pass Arkadelphia within the next 10 to 12 minutes. West Lauderdale Elementary, it's lightened up at the high school. Right there in the curve at Chet's, pouring rain. As we go through the Bailey area, right there at North Lauderdale Water Association, pouring rain. Now, this is going to be making its way toward the gates as we pass right here the Minnebucket, Minna Farms, Covington Fish Farms. As you come out on 39 there, this is making its way and traveling down Stennis Drive. It will make its way to the gates of NAS Meridian in just a little bit. Our heaviest of rain that we've got right here is going to be trapped in between Highway 19 and 39 throughout the rural routes of 495, 493. As you come out of Meridian right here and you come out 493 and you pass PV headquarters and you make your way out here to 495 where you take the split to come over this part or go straight toward Kemper County, it's going to be bad. As we look at this, Northeast High School, the rain there in that area of Briarwood, y'all are getting ready for this to cross Highway 39 and be upon y'all. There at the soccer complex, it's pouring rain. Barham Funeral Home, Northeast Middle School, right there. That's where this is. And, of course, what is it? Fire Station number 9 that sits about right here. That is some of the worst of the rain that we've got coming up on 39 right there. Let's see here, 1014, that's the very latest. All around Highland Park. It's rough in that area right now around Highland Park. I know you're thinking it's always rough in that area, and true, but it's severe weather upon them right now in that area there. Y'all be careful there as it comes across Highland Park in those areas. MCC as we go out 19 all the way out here. Now, this is going to be just shy. We're starting to see a break in the West Lauderdale area. Right there, it's starting to lighten up. You go past the Sicolina Fire Department, you go about a mile, it's going to be a little bit better. As we look at this, all right, let's look at this of just how far this stretch. I'm just curious as we look at this, the distance from, let's take this from I-20 here, and we go straight up 19 to where the rain quits. That's going to be roughly an 11-mile trek up Highway 19 that rain is extremely bad. And as you come across, you'll see that. All right, let's turn that off. All right, as we come across, all right, we're starting now to see the rain has reached out to the Ag Center. All this area here where Sam's are, it's raining, but heavier rain approaching you. This is coming up on the airport. All of this area back over here. Look here at Lost Gap. All right, here's the eye of the storm. Let's look at this. This is going to be Highway 1180. This is 59. Heavy rains on top of 59 if you're coming into Meridian from that area. Be careful. Karen Palmer telling us dark in Causeyville right now. Heavy rain at NAS Meridian, Austin. Thank you. Check on your parents, Leslie said. Tree down outside of Decatur. Police are directing traffic. Thank you for telling us that. All right. Let's look at this, where this is telling us that we've got several different storms that are twisting in this area here. We're starting to see some rain in northern Clark County. All right, here's an area of concern that just popped up with this as we watch these winds. Here's our first extremely heavy winds in Lauderdale County. And if you will remember the other night when we started seeing this, we got damage, which means we could have some power lines down. Let's zoom in on this and find out where this is exactly. Here's Stuckey's Bridge. It's going to be southwest of Stuckey's Bridge. All right, this is packing 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. Here's Stuckey's Bridge. Let's zoom in on this and get the name of this road. This is going to be Point Juanita Lake Road. If you live in that area, Concord Church, Skyland Bridge Road. Right in there is where this wind is, and it's making its way. This is, if you look at this, now again, this right now, just off, right there, just off the tip of that. This is going to be the rural route as we look at this. This is Point Juanita, Stuckey's Bridge Road. Right in there, that's 1 mile of where these winds are traveling, making its way across the county. If you live in those areas, Be ready for possible power outages. This could knock out some trees as well, as we've seen this damage as we watched it there in Neshoba County just a little bit ago. Checking to make sure I hadn't... All right, let's see. I was making sure I didn't have anything new that came in via text. We get a lot of different ways that we get this stuff here. All right, Northcrest text us. All right, I got some pictures of hail in Newton County that were sent in. I got pictures of a lot of hail that came through Sebastopol as we look at that. All right, let's go back to radar. And again, shoot us your inboxes. We'll have all this posted here in a little bit as we watch this weather. All right, we're showing areas of a lot of lightning. We got shear winds that are pretty rough here in southwestern Lauderdale County. We want y'all to be well aware of that. Look at this lightning that we're getting here. If you're traveling 59 into Meridian before the split, lightning there. We took a hit right there at the bridge at Stuckey's Bridge. We got another strike here. This was 5 minutes ago. Also right here along, if you were there at Goodwater Baptist Church, that was lightning within about a half a mile of the church. That'll rattle the windows in the church as it comes across. We come up here to Sterling, Arundel. Look at this. Here's Plant Sweat. Heavy rain there. Again, this is coming up. This is the Clarkdale area here. Here's Clarkdale High School. And if you come on out, follow 45 back to Meridian, by the time you get to Greg's Fireworks, right there, it's going to be pretty rough. Dollar General is up the road from that Martin Horb Road area there. You got heavy rains coming. All right, again, this is the Evangel Temple. The eye of this storm headed in the direction as you turn on this. This is right in the center of it. If you're watching us there from the Evangel Temple, you got somebody monitoring the weather. It's going to get rough here in the next few minutes. Y'all be prepared for this, and we'll come across as we look at this. This is going to be within the next 5 minutes reaching the church. Now, I'm not saying any damage is going to happen, but the eye of the storm is going to come through there. I want to be very clear of what we're talking about when it comes to these storms. This thing has had a lot of hail, a lot of wind, up to 60-mile-an-hour gusts with it, as we've seen this in Lauderdale County already. We have had reports of damage. Now, as we look here, now this is headed straight toward the southeast area. Right there where Charlie's is, the red fireworks barn. Y'all be prepared. It's going to be coming y'all's direction here in just a moment. Crossing right there at Vinville at the four-way stop, right there at Charlie's in Southeast High School. So y'all be prepared. You've got storms in that direction as well. We've got another storm that has popped up that is going to be reaching out here by the Girl Scouts. 0, Long Creek. Y'all be prepared also as these things comes across here at the Volunteer Fire Department, Long Creek, right there. As this comes across, this will be Causeyville, and this will make its way right on into Clark County, out in the Snell community where the Volunteer Fire Department is. Y'all be ready. Y'all have some storms on you in a minute. Now, let's look at this. Here's our watch box area. Are you in northern Clark County watching right now? This is going to be north of Enterprise. We got some winds that have moved into Clark County. Again, no warning, but this is in the air, radar indicated. Let's look at this of where y'all are. This is 68, we'll call it 69 miles an hour. That is in northern Clark County. Here's Gun Drive. Let's zoom in on this and look at this. Here's Church Street. This is going to be right off County Road 354. This is County Road 354, 53 here. Here's 54. This is Orange Street. It's going to be just due east of there. We've got some shear winds in there that could take out trees, bend power lines. Y'all be careful. This is going to head due east. Here's right here Mathis Peaches. Here's Roy. This direction just due east of town. Now, you're getting a little rain there in northern Enterprise, but we got some strong winds coming across there. Let's move up. Y'all watch this now. If you're in those areas there, again, I urge, if you've got trees over your home anywhere in that direction, northeasterly of Enterprise between there and Mathis Peaches, get away from that part of your home. Don't stay in that. We don't want you hurt. All right, let's go back into Lauderdale County. We're going to keep an eye on this now. No warning here, but a lot of weather there. All right, we're showing that we've got a break west of 494. If you live east of Freeman Tractor toward 19, it's better. The Piggly Wiggly is good. Now, there's more rain back here, but the eye of the storm has passed that area. The eye of the storm has gotten across right here at the lake out at Oak Tibby. You're good there. It's all anything west of Chet's Paint and Body and West Lauderdale High School is good. We're watching the storm now anywhere here on 493, 495 area. Still watching that. And this 493 area more so than 495. It's really if you're west of 495, you're good. All this area at NAS Meridian, you're still in this watch box. We come down here to Northeast High School. It's going to be still some heavy rain upon you. It hadn't finished with y'all yet. We get down to this downtown area, and the intensity picks up when you get closer to downtown Meridian. We come in on Highway 39. Let's look at this here. The overall aerial view, anywhere from Marion back over to Highway 19. Now, the worst of the storm has passed 19. Just due east of Walmart. This is going to be the country store. As you were to come in there on Chandler Road, this is going to be Bounds Road, right in that area there. It is pouring rain, everybody there. This is going to be due east of Walmart on 19. Let's go in and take a look. We had a little update there. 32nd Street, North Lake Drive. As we zoom in on that Greater Meridian Baptist Church, y'all have got another round of heavy rain coming toward you. We've had some lightning strikes there. This was about 9 minutes ago there at 26th Street, 25th Street, just off State Boulevard extension. The complete area, Sims Road area. There's Highland Park there. Now, we got an update as we look at this. Right on top of North Crest Baptist Church as we speak is heavy, heavy rain from there up to the red light on North Hill Street. And this is going to go just a little north there and follow 52nd Street, Old North Hills Road, that back way in, and go due south and cross over here by the skating rink. And it will go down and barely just north of Meridian High School. We look at this area, it's 38th Street, 38th Court, 36th Street. And this is 23rd. It kind of follows 23rd all the way up is where that heavy rain is to Poplar Springs, right up there to the four-way stop. Now, is this going across this area here toward 39? Absolutely. But that's what we're watching with the heaviest of rain there. Now, let's go here north of Rush Hospital, north of Anderson's Hospital. Let's go out to the rural route here. 19th Street. Do you live in those areas here? Here's Highway 39, the Coca-Cola plant. This will follow up. Here's EMEPA. It's going to be on the west side of 39 there. And we look at this around Parkview Elementary School, Magnolia Middle School. Those areas are getting pounded on right now. This is going to be right on top of Dale Drive there where the bank sits there. The BMW dealership, Dairy Queen. It will be with you here in just a few moments. You're going to feel this. It's going to be a lot of rain come across there. If you're standing here at Sam's, it's coming there as well. It's pouring rain there now. We are still showing a little break there, if you'll notice here. Here's MCC, Old Highway 80 West, starting to lighten up. SMI Automotive, 22nd Avenue, if you're coming in passing the Children's Museum as you cross, and boy, that's a mess through there right now. Y'all be careful. 22nd Avenue Bridge, as you try to get to that, all those cones and barrels, B Street, C Street, they're tore up. Kind of rough to travel there. All right, as we get down here, this is a Clarkdale area. Y'all have got more rain that is coming here. Now, we got a storm. Let's look at y'all here, and here's the line at Clarkdale School where the thunderstorm warning is, but we're still showing right there on top of where Mathis Peaches, where we watched this sheer winds come across just a moment ago. A storm that will be at Sable, it's there now, will be at an increase in 18 minutes, and then Energy and Snail within about 20 minutes. So y'all pay attention there, although you're not in a warned area. It is a lot of rain coming down. If you look at that, that's just due south. Here's County Road 482 where Mathis Peaches, the eye of the storm, half a mile from there. Going to come across here at Devo, make its way right on across over here towards Snail. Here's the Volunteer Fire Department. And as you put this on there, y'all are right in it. Also, Energy Church, if y'all are there, y'all will have a little storm upon y'all here in the next few moments there, in the next 20 minutes. Now, we've got rain approaching Wynot Motorsports Park now. If you're out in the Wynot community, anywhere here around the Volunteer Fire Department, be ready. Also, this is going to be making its way to Alamooch, there at 496, right there at that intersection. We've got rain coming. It isn't there yet. We got a lot of heavy rain. Again, as we come in here, This is where Charlie sits there, the red fireworks barn. Here's Southeast High School. Right there, all this area at Vimville, George Butler Road. As the rain comes across, it's made its way there to the Girl Scouts. The heaviest of rain that we've got, though, as you look at this, all of this area from downtown, it is just pouring through these areas here southward to the Evangel Temple. As we go west of 45, Wolf Springs area, y'all are going to get this now. Lots of lightning still involved with this. T.M. Jones Road. I get a lot of questions a lot of times about the T.M. Jones Road area. It's pouring. That's a curvy little road, as we all know, as you go winding through there. A lot of wrecks happen on that road. We want you to be careful if you're there. All right, radar updates. And again, right there at Greg's, and then you get up here where the store is. Right there, as we look at this, Wolf Springs, Bynum Road, Crescent Lake Road. Pouring rain on y'all. Now, this cuts right across right there where Greg's is, where the fireworks stand is, Mount Horeb Road. And this is going to go east a few ways. That's about a mile. And we go south of there, and we follow this in the lower end of Lauderdale County, Spring Hill Loop Road. Y'all familiar with that? Right there. And this comes on down. Let me back out where we can see more roads here. Mitcham Bottom Road. And again, this area here already hit hard with damage from last week is getting dumped on right now. Trying to get their lives back together from these storms, and it's pouring rain on them. Again, we still got this area now into Clark County here east of Enterprise, coming up on 45, the Roy community. Y'all see that, don't you? This is going to come right across there at Devo. All of this. Snell, you'll have this storm in 16 minutes. Look at that now. So you're aware of it, and you're these areas here in northeastern Clark County. Now, the thunderstorm watch box has been moved eastward in Lauderdale County, so the west side of the county now all clear. This is still set to go another 30 minutes. This is a very, very slow-moving storm. There's no other way to word it. Now, let me go back and check the National Weather Service, see what they've told us. They've made several. All right, we just got Clark County is now going under a severe thunderstorm warning. Expect that here in just the next few moments here, severe thunderstorm warning for Clark County. That's the storm that we've been watching here. And we'll update here. And there we go. Here we are. Let me pull this back up. So as we've watched this, they felt that this was strong enough to go ahead and issue the severe thunderstorm warning for Clark County. This does take in the city limits equipment, but as you can well see, it's going to be north of there. This could put a little rain on there. Let's see what the National Weather Service tells us about all of this. This is going to 11:15 for Clark County. At 10:30, that was 60 seconds ago, the National Weather Service located a storm over Middleton, 9 miles northeast of Quitman, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. This is moving to the east at 60 miles an hour, gust quarter-size hail with this. Wind gust of 60 miles an hour. Said that wrong, didn't I? And quarter-size hail. Radar indicated it's going to do damage to vehicles without a doubt, and this will be near Sykes around 10:35 and Snell around 10:40. So be ready for there. As we get mentioned there, flooding on Fish Lodge Road. Billy, how are y'all doing? Billy Dorman, glad to see y'all joining us there. Tony Keller joins us. Happy Easter. Hailing in Zero. D. Armand, thank you for that. Carolyn, how are you doing there? Pea-size hail in downtown Quitman, we're being told there. Sheila, how are you doing? Miss Speed. Wanda Bozeman joins us there. Glad to see you there. Jeremy Adcock, pea-size hail on Walker Bottom Road. And again, that's those areas we were talking about that didn't need this, without a doubt. It does not. Here's our storms. Let's go back and show our locations of what we've got. Lauderdale County looking better as it moves easterly. All right, let's look at our areas of concern and show you where the lines are. All right, NAS Meridian, you're clear now. This will take in Lauderdale there at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo. Y'all are still under a severe thunderstorm warning. This cuts across, and this will be just east of Northeast High School. down where the road dead ends from northeast there at Lazelia Road. That's where that thunderstorm warning line is. If you live anywhere around Lamar School, you're clear now. Back west of 39. Still a little heavy rain there at the soccer complex in Northeast Elementary and the middle school, but the threat has moved eastward. Now, this will come across right here across the subdivision. Here's Decatur Street, right there where the fireworks stand is, and take in Matthews Eastgate Tire. That's still in the thunderstorm warned area. Anything east of there is going to be in this. We look at lightning strikes just up here past where, was that BWI? Isn't that the name of that? We got lightning strikes right in that area. That was about 9 minutes ago that we had those. Now, clear if you live west of the Coca-Cola plant, back over to Meridian High School, you're clear out of this warned area now. This goes on down. Still in the watch box area, we still watch the church here. The Evangel Temple still in this watch box as it comes across, taken into the lower portion of the county down to Clarkdale, and then we go on into Clarkdale. Now we've got all this area right here at Causeyville. Heavy rain approaching y'all also there at Wynot. The further you come into town, if you're out in the Wynot community, anywhere from there to the edge of the county line, need to wait on this. Let's not travel 19 unless we have to. That is a 2-lane road, and it holds a lot of water. I know y'all have seen that. We've had a lot of wrecks there at the 4-way stop there at Benville. We don't need any more today. Sabrina tells us heavy rain and lightning in the Tombsuba area. Ricky Wayne, how are you doing there? Trying to let the lighter rain go to church. Got to swim to the car. Wait just a minute there. Flash flooding, as we mentioned there. Let's see here. Equipment, we did mention that. All right, no other new comments of where anything are happening. As radar updates there, let's dive into this, into Clark County and go northward. And let's just let's look at an overall picture of what we've got here. Still showing Neshoba County getting some rain there from Highway 16 back to House, Mississippi. And if you're traveling 15 out of Newton County, still some heavy rains there. The worst of the storm is past y'all, but still, you got a lot of that. As we look at this, let's turn radar off and look at our hail of what we've got here. We're showing hail here in northern Clark County now. As you look at the entire state, let's just see. Our area is it in the state of Mississippi. Right here is where we're getting all the attention. Don't you love that? Little old us getting all of the spotlight for the state of Mississippi. All right, let's get into this. Clark County. No new emails on that one. All right, downtown equipment, and again, we have had some mentions of some light hail in those areas. Back over here at Enterprise, this is crossing where Patchouli is. We've got some hail in that area as well. Now, the heavy rain we're going to pick up right here at Clarko State Park. We're going to go due north just a few miles, not far at all here. Stonewall, y'all are in the clear, out of the watch box area. This is going to pick up, let's take a look here. This is County Road 334, 345 is where the heavy rain picks up in Clark County. A lot of lightning. Here's Roy, as this takes you into Enterprise. Middleton area, storm right on top of y'all. This will be just due south. Now, y'all are going to be in this, the eye of the storm, right here at Energy Church. Y'all are in for a pounding here in just a few moments. As we look at this, 6 minutes, it will be at the church there if you're at Energy, and also around the volunteer fire department there at Snell on 514. The storm's going to be right on top of y'all here in just a few moments, so keep it in mind. As we look at those areas, all right, let's zoom in a little bit closer there. That's County Road 450 there at Middleton is where that is. That's the eye of the storm. The heavy rain is right behind it, coming across, moving easterly toward the Alabama side. So northeastern Clark County, and again, they do have equipment in the watch box, but the threat is due north of there. I want to be very clear on that. And even down here to the Carmichael area in the watch box area, but it does look like as we look at radar, this is going to miss that area and go just north of there. I'm watching all these messages that keep popping in. If you wonder why I kind of drift off for just a second, we're watching those. to make sure we got all the latest information as it comes in. All right, let's get into Lauderdale County, and as we well see, there is tons of lightning still happening in Lauderdale County. This was 10 minutes ago. We've got Clark County. That was 30 seconds ago, right below the church there. Let's zoom in on this, where this lightning is. This is County Road 423 and County Road 424. If you're in that area of Clark County, y'all watch that lightning. Don't go outside for any reason. It's not worth getting struck by lightning. As we come up, look at southern Lauderdale County. It's popped a lot of pine trees in the last little bit. Now, let me double check this while we're talking to make sure we don't have any more power outages. That gives us a good idea of if we've had, yeah, we have had a little bit. Let's pull this up where you can see this. These are the areas in Lauderdale County now that has had a little wind. Let's zoom in on this. We show here at Chunky, we've got about 7 folks without power now, to where all this was 100% a little bit ago. Enterprise, we got another area. Tree or something fell in that area there. 15 people there, right east of the Chunky River there. And we come into Lauderdale County. We're showing here, we've got some areas here, Causeyville Road area. And with this being said, 0, a few people without power there. Now let's go back over to our map. As you'll see right there. Now, what could have caused this? We already had trees leaning to begin with. You put just a little bit of wind with that, and it's going to knock some power out. That's nothing major, but if you're one of those 60 people without power, well, kind of serious to you, isn't it? It is. So we want you to be aware of that. We give the all clear if you're anywhere west of Walmart, back toward the county line, all is clear. Starting to see it breaking up here. Before long, Southeast School, y'all will be out of the punch line. Marion, it's already crossed over this. It's going to be right at the Highway 45 bypass. So if you're downtown Marion, the worst of that has passed you. We look at Tombsuba and these areas out here on the eastern side of the county still getting pounded. This is right on top of Russell at this point. So if you're in Russell, y'all be careful there, all the way up to Lauderdale. We're starting to see a break there at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo. If you stopped at Lauderdale there for a few minutes for the rain to pass, it's looking better. A lot of lightning up Highway 45 into Kemper County as we look just north of here. If you're waiting on this storm to pass, give it another 15 minutes before you travel on north up Highway 45. 2 Mile Bottom. There where the water tower is, there where the bridges are, and that flat bottom. We've gotten a lot of lightning strikes. And if I remember correctly, there's a church that sits about right there, just on the other side of that. Raining on y'all hard, too. As you get here at Townsend, you take that west turn through the backwoods here. The Cowboy Church getting rain this morning also. Some moderate showers there at 493. At the plant, the coal plant, and we still have showers happening there at New Hope, but not bad. The worst in Kemper County is right here at Portable. A little shower there in between Scuba and DeKalb. We're still showing heavy rain back over here, Highway 16 West, Marshall Ford, that area, out past Pearl River. It stops shy of Edinburgh. We come down, we follow 15, heavy rain all through this area here at Linwood. Also there at Neshoba Baptist, y'all are getting poured on. No warnings for y'all. Union, you've got a lot of rain. We get into Lauderdale County, anything north of I-20, south of I-20 there around Newton, all clear. The west side of Lauderdale County, the worst is past. Now, again, we've got a shower or two happening here at Meehan and also out at Goodwater Baptist Church. And we come across, and let's look at this here. We've got an all clear for all the areas around MCC. Still pouring rain there as we get into where the park is, where Mary Hope is. Still raining in that area there at Mary Hope and up at the carousel there at Highland Park. Lighter rain here at Northcrest. 4-way stop. That's good. We come down to Sam's Club, and it's going to be east of you and south of you, the worst of that storm. There's a little break there at Walmart. Lowe's, it's still raining there. Still heavy rains out at the church there, right at the line of where this is at the Evangel Temple. All right, 1042. Let me check here and make sure we didn't get an update. Let's see here. Bassett City, Clark County, we're getting reports of pea-size hail. And that was observed by the volunteer fire department there, Highway 45, the Clark-Lauderdale County line. Lots of hail, even in Clark County, getting reports of that. All right, let's go back. All right, we're showing that getting closer and closer to passing the southeast school area, starting to see a break. The heavier rain has reached Why Not Motorsports Park. The heaviest of the worst that we got right here, though, in Clark County, eastern Clark County. This watch, we show that here, back over here around Stonewall, you're going to get a little bit more rain, but the worst is past you. The worst of the rain in Clark County, the storm, is now due east of Highway 45. You got a little bit there in between Cooper's Chapel and on up to Clarko State Park, north of the downtown area. Still rain, but nothing like that we've got on this eastern side. Let's look at what we've got that's bad. Middleton, these areas here, is what we're watching here to Snail. I'll be on the lookout. The worst of the weather in energy has not reached you yet. It's right there at the volunteer fire department as it comes across at Middleton. Let's look at these roads. County Road 450. You live there around there? That rain is real heavy. 456. That's the area where this is. And fast approaching here, County Road 457, 451. Did I read that right? 71. Yeah, I read that wrong. But the church is kind of the highlight there. It's going to be there at energy before long there. So y'all be prepared for the storm that is approaching you. Out here at Hurricane Creek, rain has approached you. The worst is yet to come. But getting better. This area is getting smaller and smaller as we watch this, and hopefully this is all going to fade away before long. Got our fingers crossed on that. All right, let's go back to radar. Pouring at Why Not as we look at that. Tombsuba. What have you coming at Tombsuba? Heavy rain. You've pretty much got the worst of what's going to happen in Tombsuba as we speak. It's moving across there. It's already reached the Wright Simmons store. About a half a mile from there is a little bit heavier back over to Rainbow Lakes. Rainbow Lakes is almost out of what we're doing. It's moving east there. We've got heavy rains right there at Tom Bailey Lake. The storm is upon that. And it goes all the way up to Dalewood. And then it goes due south, crosses the Boy Scouts right here at the school. And again, the school's starting to see a break. We go to that southern portion there, Long Creek, as we get down here to where the Girl Scouts is. That's looking better. We finally start to see a break right there. Getting a break there at the Long Creek Volunteer Fire Department. We give the all clear back in this area toward Plant Sweat. Looks so much better there. Mount Harb Road, that is finally better. Just light showers on that. Cliff Williams, still some rain there. But Why Not area, we're going to take this stretch as you get from the Boy Scouts all the way to the state line is the worst that we've got right now. Wow, wow, wow. Now, let's talk to Alabama for just a moment here out of Clark County. This is headed for y'all as we look at this. Where did that little thing go? Here it is. Let me drag this over here for y'all can see this on the Alabama side. This will be at Pushmataha in 20 minutes, and Lisman within half an hour, and Cromwell within 29 minutes. Now, this is the Cromwell Volunteer Fire Department. It's going to be heavy rain there in about 30 minutes, so y'all be ready for that. Again, these are thunderstorm warnings. Now, set to expire, we have 14 minutes for Lauderdale County, 14 minutes, and it will expire. As we go a little bit longer in Clark County, this will expire at 11:15. So we've got roughly 30 minutes remaining on that as it goes out of the county there. All right, let's turn off locations where we can get a bigger view of everything that is happening. We have caught a lot of hail today. There is no doubt that it has been some of the worst of hail that we've seen in the area. As we go up north of Columbus, Tupelo area there, looking pretty good. We come down Columbus, light showers. Stark, Vegas, nothing to worry about, light showers. We have a little bit of a storm. Here's Sugarlock. Y'all going to have some heavy rains coming in there. This is south of 14 as we look at this, but you'll get it there. South of Scuba, and this is going to pick up about where Electric Mills is, just south of, we'll get some rain there where the Warehouser yard used to be. The little area there just west of the Riding Club Arena and the stadium, in between there and the cab. It's going to be out by Ken's house, Ken Oss, right in that area there. And we travel south, all that dummy line area. If you're going to be on that for any reason up there near that dummy line on Easter, you're going to have some rain there. As we get down into Lauderdale County, some showers there at that northern portion of NAS Meridian on the airstrip. NAS Meridian now officially looks good. Let's turn on locations and look at this. Out of the watch box area. Finally on that. Anything west of the Superstop, Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena, you're good now. Really and truly, as we dig into this, let's go into Dalewood Lake and look here. The south side of Flora Drive, y'all are good. As we look here at the Lauderdale Tombsuba Road is good. Only in the middle of the lake and eastward is still a little bit of concern, but that is really the worst of the weather has passed over that. And it's going to be due east toward the county line is what we have more concern about. Still heavy rain there. We go south, Tombsuba area. The heart of the storm is there in the Smith community. Rainbow Lakes, clear. Russell Christian Academy, clear now. It's good to be able to say that. Glad that's out of there. Over at McElroy Trucking, y'all have got rain headed your direction. We follow this, and look at these lightning strikes. Just about, look at this. This is where the Simmons Wright store sits. Took a lightning hit just to the east of the store there 3 minutes ago. Here's Kewanee Road. We had a lightning strike right in there. That woke a few folks up. Nothing like that to happen, is it? Kewanee Church Road. A lot of rain there. And if you'll see there, just west of that Church Road, heavier rain on Kewanee Road South. We had a lightning strike 2 minutes ago right here just west of Kewanee Road South. So we're still getting a lot in those areas there. Let's look here what we've got. This is Smith Spur Road. And as we look at that, that was 5 minutes ago. Some lightning hit there. I wasn't quick enough to get over there for everybody, was I? The threat is starting to diminish, and that is good. This will be running out in a few moments, or 15 minutes or so is the best way to word that. 10:43 lightning strikes. The rain almost past Alamooch. Still pouring rain there at the Volunteer Fire Department, but the worst of the weather is going to be east of the Volunteer Fire Department to the state line, to the Bama line. Let's follow this. We see that out here by Charlie's at the Red Fireworks Barn in Southeast. Looking good. Looking good. The watch box area has not been moved yet, but by all means, as we look at radar, it's clear. Sam's and up by the Lauderdale County Agri Center, good. All this area here, Cliff Williams looking better. We pick up right here, if you're going to grab the worst in the county on that eastern side, is going to be between the Boy Scouts and down to Causeville Ball Field. All of this area here, still pouring rain as it makes its way toward Yantley, Alabama. Now, as we look at this is the worst that we've got going on, Clark County. All right, we got showers out at Archusa. Let's look at the big portion of this. And we are showing a little bit just north of where Cooper's Chapel is. We got rain at Manassas. Not bad, but it's raining hard. We pick up here, and we go east of Archusa. We got the all clear there, downtown Quitman. Cooper's, we go across east of there, and we're going to look at this right here at Linton. Heavy rains. We go due north of Linton. This is going to be the Sykes community. That was 10 minutes ago, lightning strikes in there. This was about 60 seconds ago. We got rain right in here. Let's look at this. Here's Sykes. This is going to be County Road 416. Cats and dogs raining is not the word for it. It's pouring on y'all. Y'all got the worst of anywhere in the state of Mississippi right now. As we watch this and follow this along and across the county. County Road 416. All right, let's pull over here. Here's the leading edge of the storm. Here's Pine Ridge. This is going to be at Pine Ridge within 5 minutes. And again, within a half an hour, we'll be out of the state of Mississippi on into Alabama. It will be at Needham, Alabama in 27 minutes in Bogalusa. by 27 minutes. We got rain approaching Wayne Academy, it tells us. All right, here's the Sykes community right here. Y'all hadn't got the worst of this. Pine Ridge is going to come right through there north of Manassas and on into Alabama. All right, here's Butler. Down here is going to be Toxie and Gilberttown. It's going to cross just north of there. We got heavy rain almost at Thiedville, there at the Volunteer Fire Department on County Road 511. Starting to see this is lightening up big time. All right, let me see what we got there from the National Weather Service. Those little beeps mean a little something there. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Clark County, Sunflower Road, Sunflower River, and Sunflower, Mississippi. We got some stuff, nothing. Okay, all right, let's go back to radar. Nothing major mentioned there. It's just updates is what the National Weather Service is telling us. Better and better as we come across. Everything east of over here at the Ralph, west of the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, a lot better. As we come down, we watch all of this here. Our biggest area now in Lauderdale County, again, is going to be there in between Tombsuba and Simmons Wright and the state line headed toward this area over here toward Cuba. York, Alabama, you're going to get rain in a moment. Livingston, you're going to get this rain, but not near the severity that it was. All this rain in Kemper County is south of Baca Valley. It's cleared out there at Portable. It's going to be raining right around there where T's, that furniture store, used to be, and where they had the mulch and Midland Manufacturing, whatever you want to call that building. Still some rain there as we go south. Over at House, we still got rain. No warnings, though. We pick up here. Everything west of Tombsuba in Lauderdale County is all clear.
Is there going to be more later?
Yeah, we're supposed to have some more stuff later on today as we watch this. Let me check and see what the National Weather Service is putting out at this point. Let me go back.
Easter.
Are you joining me, or are you?
In a little bit. I gotta go help Mom.
All right. Everybody's cooking for Easter around here, from what I'm hearing. All right. Let's see here. I'm looking for a button here. Let me look here. What I'm trying to do is make sure. Again, let me show you what the National Weather Service is still giving us of this area here. Doesn't mean that things can't change, because we've had a lot of rain so far this area today. Let me show you what they've got here. The National Weather is still telling us right here that this area here will be later this afternoon, 1 to 6 p.m. We've had those storms come through. We'll watch it closely as to what they tell us. Let me go back to what is putting out flood warning now at the Noxubee River in Macon, Mississippi. So that's the latest that we've gotten from them. This will come to pass in just a little bit, so y'all hang close. Let me do a hard reboot before we go back to radar. Why not? Starting to lighten up. Thanks, Joyce. Appreciate that. Looking better there. Passed over the Bailey area. Y'all are good. All right, let's turn off that, and let's put it back where you can see. Well, this looks a whole lot better. A whole lot better. Now, again, they may run this to the bitter end, but we are looking good. All right, let's zoom in on this. Everything west of Clark, Quitman, you're good. They've moved this line. Let's look at Lauderdale County. And for whatever reason, they haven't moved the line in Lauderdale County for quite a while. But the threat is no longer here from Southeast School west. You're good. We only pick up in Tombsuba. You're really out of the bad weather at this point. We pick up at Why Not, starting to look a whole lot better. It's right there at the state line that is the worst. Cuba, you're fixing to get poured upon. Again, this area right here around, let's look at these roads here. It's just a little area there. We've got Dalewood Lake east of y'all. Let's look at our roads here. Zoom in on this. All right. I'm starting to be able to see the roads. Luther Ray Cobb Road, heavy rains as we come down through Raymond Cobb Road. Bunch of Cobbs out there, isn't it? Got your Cuba Road, heavy rain. Clarence Harris Road, pouring rain on there. Payne Road. But again, the threat has moved east, and we follow this line. It's right there at the Mississippi-Alabama line where the worst of the weather is. Now, they have not fired off a warning for Alabama at all on this, so we're seeing that this is breaking up. Could they still issue one? Yes, they could, but it is looking better. Southeast school area, you're good. Boy Scout area, you're good. Just east of, we follow this, of Why Not Motorsports Park. It's right there at the state line is what we watch is the most. I'm not sure that the word is violent, but strong rain. As I search for the proper wording on this, Dalewood, y'all are in the clear. The storm has moved over Dalewood, and it picks up at Tombsuba east to the state line, but you're good at Dalewood. Can't say that you still can't, because Mother Nature is the way that it is, that out of the blue that somebody still couldn't get some hail. Very strong there. All right, let's do a... All right, as Alan says, lifted for Lauderdale County. That is good. Severe weather threats. The worst of what we've got. All right, let me go down here. I got another ding. Let's see what we've got here mentioned. All right, Clark County just got canceled. That is good. I expect Lauderdale to follow that. And Lauderdale County is a possibility of being lifted there. I got 100% confirmation on Clark County. Let me go back up here. Continues. If they lift Lauderdale, Clark County, they should lift Lauderdale. Let's do a reboot here and see what the weather. They still hadn't taken it off the map yet. They hadn't sent out that ping. But we do see that, yeah, there it goes. For some reason, and I cannot tell you why, this watch box still hanging in here for Lauderdale County. Again, the threat has moved out of Lauderdale County without a doubt as we look at this. And we're going to give you an overview, and then we'll let you get back to where we were. Alan, I appreciate that. There is no threat there, but for whatever reason, that has not been lifted. Clark County, you're now in the clear. Doesn't mean that it's not still heavy raining. All right, Lauderdale, finally gone. Boy, that took them a while, didn't it? Let's just glance at this, and we'll resume Easter lunch, won't we? Here we are. Let's look at Clark County. And then we'll resume live here in just a moment. We got heavy rain there at Manassas. We got heavy rain north of Shiloh. And then the worst of the weather in Clark County is going to be right here at Pine Ridge. And we've got heavy storms coming across right there in Alabama. Let's back this out where you can see this in relation. Here's Gilberttown. Here is Lisbon, and here's Butler. Rain will be making its way there. No thunderstorm warning for y'all. As we go into Lauderdale County, we got showers still at Southeast. Heavier rain right there at the Boy Scouts. Clear at Why Not. All looks good. The heaviest of rain that we've got is across the line there at Cuba, Alabama. If you're traveling 20, it's going to be some heavy rain there, periods of that. We got some rain here around the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department into Lauderdale County, and we got a little bit here in Scuba, just to the south of Scuba at Baca Valley. All in all, things look good. We'll monitor the weather throughout the afternoon. Should the threat of severe weather break out, we'll come back on and walk you through this street by street to make sure that everybody is safe. Mississippi, we got the all clear at this point. Again, we have that watch box that we're watching for the rest of the afternoon. And let me double check here and make sure that I don't have any more messages that I missed there. Everything's still the same. So we're good for now. Again, don't forget what Easter is all about. A gentleman named Jesus Christ came here to save us. Done a lot for us. And there's hope for all of us because of him. Do a little research on what today is about. It's a good thing. Thank y'all for joining me, and I can't say thank you enough for supporting us and joining us when weather turns bad. We'll go back to letting you get on what you need to, and we'll break in should something else come up. Thank you, and God bless.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: